Today's story is The Ugly Duckling. On a warm spring day, a mother duck sat on her eggs near a quiet pond. One by one, the eggs began to crack.
Quack! Quack!
The little ducklings came out.
Welcome, my babies,
said the mother duck warmly, but the last egg was very big. Finally, it opened, and out came a strange, gray duckling. The mother duck looked surprised, but said gently,
Well, you are a little different, but you are still my child.
The other ducks looked at him and whispered,
He looks different.
From the very beginning, the little duckling felt alone. His brothers and sisters did not want to play with him.
Don't come with us,
they said. Even the other animals said,
You don't belong here.
The duckling lowered his head and said softly,
Why am I so different? I can't I just be like you?
One day, the duckling decided to leave.
I don't want to stay where no one likes me.
He walked and walked far away from the pond. Along the way, he met many animals. A hen looked at him and said,
You are too strange. You can't stay here.
The duckling replied quietly,
I just want a place to belong.
But no one truly accepted him. The world felt cold and lonely. Winter came. The cold wind blew and the pond froze. The duckling struggled to survive.
I am so tired. I don't know where I belong.
A kind old farmer found him one day.
Oh, you poor thing.
The farmer said,
Come inside and stay warm.
but the duckling was still afraid.
Thank you, but I don't know if I can stay.
Still, somehow, he kept going. Day by day, he grew stronger. Then one day, spring returned. The sun was warm again, and flowers began to bloom. Near a quiet lake, the duckling saw beautiful white birds. They were swans. He looked at them and whispered,
Oh, they are so beautiful. I wish I could be like them.
One of the swans noticed him and said,
Why are you hiding? Come closer.
Slowly, he walked toward the water.
I'm scared. What if they laugh at me?
He looked down and saw his reflection.
Wait, is that me?
He was no longer a gray, awkward duckling. He had grown into a beautiful swan. The swan in the water seemed to say,
You were always meant to be this way.
The swans welcomed him warmly.
You are one of us,
they said.
Really? Even me?
He asked. Of course. You are one of us.
Really?
He asked. The swan smiled.
Now I understand. I know who I am.
He found his place. He became part of a true family. He was no longer alone.
All right, everybody, welcome back. And we have June in the studio. Obviously, she's been here for a few minutes now. We just read that very, I want to say, inspirational story. You know, somebody's down and then they're up. But first, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I wish maybe I was a duck. because I would enjoy the rainy day.
Right,
But
right.
other than that, I'm great. I'm here with you, with everybody out there. So it's great. Now, today's story, The Ugly Duckling.
A classic.
Definitely.
Yeah. What did you think about the story?
You know, it always makes me or reminds me of finding who you really are. And it also is very meaningful about finding, who, the ugly duckling, their true family. Okay, so I think that's kind of what it makes me feel like. Yeah.
I agree. I think the ducklings went through a really hard time, but in the end, he found where he truly belongs.
You know, that's really true. Now, he didn't, change into something else. I don't think he could either, right? But he just became who he really was.
That's a really important point.
Definitely. So now let's share our thoughts about the story. So, but before we go on, we have a little quiz for everyone out there. Our first question is, what came out of the eggs first? Was it A, baby chicks, B, baby swans, or C, little ducklings?
The answer is C,
C.
little ducklings.
That's right.
But later we learned that the ugly duckling was actually a swan.
Yes, exactly. So, but he was the last one, I guess. So
Yeah.
maybe that's what it was. True. So, but he looked different from the others. That's true, right?
Yeah. Andrew, have you ever felt different from everyone else, like the ugly duckling?
As somebody who moved here from Canada, I can say yes, there's times where maybe I felt because I look different than, Koreans or people here, I felt a little bit different. But thankfully for me, that people are very welcoming and made me feel not different. So that was nice. Not so much like the story,
Right.
but maybe in my head, I felt like
Different.
that. Right? Yeah.
I'm glad you had a good experience.
Exactly, for sure. So I learned being different doesn't mean, something is wrong with you. Yeah.
You can always be different and also be special.
Yeah.
Or just,
My mom always said, you are special. And then my brother would say, yeah, because you're different. But that's just my brother being silly. So, you know what they say? Don't judge a book by its cover, right?
Yeah.
So what does that mean, June? When people say don't judge a book by its cover?
It means you shouldn't decide what someone is just by looking at how they look. So people may look different on the outside, but they could be similar on the inside and the other way around.
Yeah, exactly, right? And that's like if you have a book with, just a plain black cover, you might think, oh, that looks a little boring, but it could be the best story in the world, right?
That's true.
So, words can hurt feelings. Now, June, sometimes we see people in school who, they look like they're alone or they could be sad. How can we help a friend who feels maybe left out?
I think one way is that we can smile at them.
Sure. Greet them. Maybe ask them to join you for lunch or just have a conversation with them.
Yeah, or like ask them to play,
Definitely.
share a snack.
Yeah, that sounds great. And, it can also, I feel when I do things like that, I feel happier as well.
Oh, that's true.
But I guess if you're doing that just to make yourself feel better, that's a little wrong.
Right.
But I feel,
The intention.
Exactly. So another question here for our listeners. Why did the duckling leave the pond? A, he wanted to go swimming. B, he wanted an adventure. Or C, no one liked him. And the answer is C. No one liked him. So
That
sad.
part always makes me so sad.
Yeah, because I think everybody can relate to it. I mean, you wouldn't want people if you walked into a classroom or into a party, someone say, hey, you, black hair, get out of here.
You're different.
Or you're wearing the red shirt, get out of here. Ugh. I don't like that at all.
Me neither.
Not at all. But I think the message from today's story was fantastic. And we're going to wrap things up there. I hope everyone enjoyed that. I want to say thank you to you, June.
Thank you.
And hopefully you stay dry in this weather today, but or you turn into a duckling. I don't know. But thank you so much, and we will see you next week.
See you.
Okay.